capitalization, recapitalization and securitization of banks. In doing banking business, capitalization is done by bank owner. After nationalization, bank nationalization in 1969, government has become a major player of banks owner. Here, government has changed the methodology of capitalization as a major player and has introduced capitalization through recapitalization, where government directly injects the cash into the bank's balance sheet to meet out the NPAs of banks. In successive years, the NPAs have increased and capitalization through recapitalization has also become burdensome for the government. So in the year 2017, the government has introduced another method of capitalization, and that method is capitalization through securitization. In this process, government directly injects government securities, government bonds into banks' balance sheet. And by doing so, government has made the cash the slave of illiquid securities of government. Here, securitization is a process of pooling and packaging of illiquid financial assets into marketable securities to be sold to the market. Here, illiquid asset quality value which have been locked on the bank's balance sheet is also packaged as marketable securities to be sold to the buyers by making government its guarantor for 5 years. Here the idea is the resolution of a stressed balance sheet of banks by transferring banks' NPAs to National Asset Reconstruction Company, NARCL. Here, NPAs is a process of securitization where NPAs have increased and asset value has become the poorer one. Here, National Asset Reconstruction Company will acquire banks' stressed assets in phases by paying 15%, only 15% to the concerned bank, while 85% or rest 85% is by issuing security receipts to the banks against government guarantee of 5 years. Here, security receipts are made of marketable securities to be sold to the investors. Here, any delayed resolution will dent asset quality in the future. So, faster resolution is the key to success. Here we know that NPA is a stressed asset. So it becomes difficult to find out its wires, where the cash flow movement will also be delayed after purchase of these stressed assets. That's why after expiry of 5 years of government guarantee period, the bank will have to bear the losses of all unredeemed security receipts. Because after 5 years of government guarantee period, these security receipts will become worthless. And it will be burdensome for the banks in future. Here it seems government is shifting its liabilities of 85%, which are in the form of security receipts, to the banks, to the NARCL. Here, all these security receipts are transferred to the NARCL to be dumped in the warehouse of NARCL, National Asset Reconstruction Company. And after 5 years, these security assets, in absence of any government guarantee, become worthless, so it will be burdensome on the bank. So it seems that government is transferring its liability on banks in future, where banks will become more and more stressed, where financial stress will be higher on the banks, where capitalization through securitization will be realized as a burden for banks in future. That is why this is the truth of securitization. Capitalization through securitization in absence of cash and rising NPAs in future. This is the situation. So capitalization through securitization is a burdensome problem which will be proved in future another acute financial stress on the banking sector. Thanks a lot of thanks.